I've read hundreds of books on productivity. I've tried hundreds of different morning routines, and I always found that whenever I sat down and do work, my mind would just go blank. And you probably had that happen to you. You might think that there's something wrong with you, that, why can't I be focused at the times when it matters the most? And the problem isn't motivation, it's not productivity, it's not your mindset, and it's not being able to be disciplined, because you have all four of these characteristics. You can be productive, you can be disciplined, you have the mindset to get work done, and you know that you are a productive person. So why can't you sit down and do the work? The answer is your nervous system. My name is Aman, and I help solo entrepreneurs increase their productivity by improving their mental health. For a while, I always thought that it was a productivity problem that I had, because I knew I had the discipline and I knew I had the mindset to do the work when I needed to get the work done. But no matter what I tried, I'd always find myself staring at my computer screen, not being able to get any work done, and it just felt like my brain is broken. Even though I read these books on how to be more productive, I tried implementing all these tactics I find in these books. None of them ever worked. And I realized that it's not a productivity problem, it's a physiological problem. It's something that's happening inside your body that's causing you to not be productive. Our body has two main systems in the nervous system. You have the sympathetic nervous system and you have the parasympathetic nervous system. The sympathetic nervous system evolved to protect you. This is the part of your nervous system that's responsible for fight or flight. Whenever you'd have like a wild animal come run after you, your sympathetic nervous system would kick in, where your eyes start dilating, your blood starts pumping faster, and all you think about right now is survival. You're on go mode. When the sympathetic nervous system activates, your cortisol levels increase, your heart rate starts increasing, and your digestive system starts. It's great when you need it to run away from something. When you're in a stressful environment, you need to get yourself to safety. It's great for that. But it's not great when you need to sit down and focus, when you need to be in a calm, collected state. That's when the parasympathetic nervous system comes in. This nervous system is responsible for the rest and digest. It's responsible for you when you're at rest, so that you can digest your food, so that you can actually be focused and calm. This is a state your nervous system needs to be in when you need to focus, when you need to be creative, when you need to get some deep work done. Most of us are stuck in the sympathetic nervous system. We are stuck in fight or flight mode 24/7. And what that ends up doing to us is that it makes us so stressed out that we cannot even do any more work that we need to get done. Whether it's from being over caffeinated, whether it's being sleep deprived, whether it's having all this stress on you, financial stress, physical stress, whatever, mental stress, all this exertion that's being poured onto you, and you are just taking all of it, trying to do more work on top of that. Your brain is freaking out on you. Your brain is wondering, why are you doing this to me? I'm just gonna shut down now so you can go and run away from this mess that you've gotten myself into. Do you see like what I'm trying to get at? Do you understand why it's not that you don't have a productivity problem? It's the fact that your sympathetic nervous system is out of order, because you're probably drinking coffee straight in the morning, right when you wake up, right? Your cortisol level is already at its highest in the morning. Your body is already in a state of stress in the morning. And what you're doing by drinking coffee is adding even more cortisol, because caffeine is increasing the cortisol levels in your body. And when your cortisol level is already at a high level, all you're doing is making your body enter a more stressful state. You are sleep depriving yourself because you think that working an extra 2 hours a night on your business, sacrificing those few hours of sleep at night, it's all right, because I only need 6 hours to run anyways. But the fact is, you do not run properly on 6 hours. You do not work properly when you're getting less than adequate sleep. Which is why, there's a study done that people who get 6 hours of sleep, they're not getting the proper sleep they need. But the longer they keep getting 6 hours of sleep, they will start believing that they're getting proper sleep, because they believe that they're functioning correctly when they're not. You are sleep depriving yourself. You are putting yourself in a state of stress, because your body cannot get rid of all the biochemicals that your body has produced throughout the day. And you are building up all these toxins in your body that your body can't get rid of, and it's stressing you out. Your body doesn't want to work on business when it's stressed out but being sleep deprived all night. And what do you do immediately after you are done with your tasks? You start scrolling on your phone. Scrolling on your phone is super stressful, because your brain is programmed to make every little information it picks up as important detail. Our brains haven't evolved much over the thousands of years. Back when we used to live in tribes, back when we used to be only surrounded by 10 or 15 people, Back then, we needed to be alert. We needed to be we needed to keep in mind every single problem that's going around us, because we need to be able to defend ourselves. We need to be able to protect the tribe. We need to be able to protect the tribe. Nowadays, we have millions and millions of content we're scrolling through. We think that if Becky is having a problem with her liposuction, we need to be aware of that. We need to take care of Becky, even though Becky is completely irrelevant. You scroll for like another 5 minutes, you see this millionaire flexing his Lamborghini, he gets into a car crash. Now you think it's your responsibility to help him take care of his car, even though this millionaire has like 10 times the amount of money as you do. We're causing more stress in our body by doing things that we don't really need to be doing, and it's making us less productive in our work. We can't even sit down and do the work because we're so stressed out by what all of these thousands of people are doing on our phones that are absolutely irrelevant to us. We're stressing our bodies out by being sleep deprived. We're being stressed out by not eating the proper food. So our body needs to digest. Our body needs to work harder to actually keep our metabolic health healthy. And that's the truth. You're not unproductive. You're just overstimulated. You're doing the exact same thing that your boss would do to you. You know that boss at your old job that you absolutely hated because he'd make you do work that you didn't even need to do. He just overwork you to death. You are doing the same thing to your body, bro. You are doing the same thing to yourself. You are overworking your nervous system to the max, expecting your body to perform, and your body's failing to function properly, and you're getting upset at yourself like, bro, why can't you work properly? Why can't you sit down and do the work? It's because you are beating yourself to death. Do you understand? And you might be thinking, well, there's David Goggins who overworks himself. He's not a problem, but you're not David Goggins. It would be different if you actually produced something under insane stress and pressure, but you haven't yet. So why are you going to compare yourself to somebody who has? Because regardless of what you think, regardless of what David Goggins could do, whatever Wim Hof can do, your body needs rest. Your body needs to function optimally, not be overworked, because then you're not even able to do the productivity works that you need to get done. Because when you are stuck in the sympathetic nervous system, the part of your brain, the prefrontal cortex, that's responsible for problem solving, that's responsible for being focused, that part of your brain goes offline and it's just deactivated when you're in such a stressful situation. And the part that is activated is the amygdala. That's the fear response part of your brain. It's the part of your brain that makes you start feeling more distracted, more emotionally volatile, more just anxious in general. You just can't get any work done when you're in that state. And most YouTubers are not going to tell you that. Most people will just tell you, you have a discipline problem, you have a productivity problem if you cannot just sit down and do the work. Those YouTubers will just tell you to just grind harder, to just work harder, just imagine you're David Goggins and just work. You can't hurt yourself if you just constantly work. That is all just false information. All of that is just going to make you even worse at your productivity because you need a rest. If you are just blankly staring at your computer screen, even though you have nothing around you to distract you, you are in an empty room with nothing around other than your work, and you still can't do the work, it's not a productivity problem, it's a nervous system problem. Because think of it like this, your mindset is a software. The same way iOS 16 comes out, iOS 17 comes out the next year, iOS 18 comes out the year after that, and then soon after iOS 19 comes out, you are fixing all the bugs in your system, you are improving the operating system, and you are just overall more efficient, a more better operating system than you were previously. That is your mindset, but your hardware is still the same. Imagine you have an iPhone 4 and you are trying to jam iOS 18 into it. It's just not going to work because the iPhone 4 only has the capabilities of working up to, iOS 13 or something. So without fielding the hardware is your nervous system. Without improving your hardware, you are always going to be stuck at iOS 13. This is kind of like the theory of constraints where you can only level up so much. Imagine you just keep trying to improve your mindset. You keep trying to improve your productivity, your morning routine. You keep increasing your iOS, your operating system software to software 3.0 or 4.0, iOS 20, but you are stuck in the body of an iPhone 4, you are never going to be able to reach your full potential. You need to eventually upgrade your phone. You need to get the iPhone 18. Or I don't know what iPhone is out right now. I forgot. 16, 17. You need the newest iPhone in order to take advantage of your new software. Otherwise, you will get left behind. You need to regulate your system in order for you to adopt your new beliefs, in order to adopt your new productivity skills. your new mindset beliefs. Because once you are in that calm and steady state, that's when you can have a clear mind. Once you have that clear mind, once you are able to recover, you can start becoming optimal again. So what are some ways for you to reset your nervous system? Well, the first very important thing to do is to get your sleep proper. If you're sleeping less than 7 hours a night minimum, you are going to dig yourself a grave. And you might be able to function here and there. Like, let's say you missed a night of sleep, you're going to be able to function a little bit less than normal on the night after you've gotten less sleep. But if you try continuing it over and over again, you're just going to find yourself in a position where you just can't get any work done, no matter how hard you try focusing. So 7 hours minimum. That does not mean that if you go to bed at 12 o'clock, you wake up at 7, because your body needs time to fall asleep in the night. Your body is waking up randomly in the middle of the night. You might lose anywhere between 30 and 60 minutes just in one night. So if you really want your 7 hours of sleep, you need to add an additional hour to that. Me, for example, I'll go to bed at 9 and I wake up around 6:30, and it's perfect for me because I wake up and I usually will end up waking up before my alarm, and that is a good thing, because if you're waking up before your alarm, that means your body is getting the proper sleeping needs and you are synced in with your circadian rhythm. And truthfully, you don't even need that alarm anyways. So that should be the ultimate goal, for you to be able to wake up in the morning without an alarm. Another tip you can do is just quit caffeine. A lot of people are going to disagree on this, but I think your caffeine is making you even less productive. Your coffee in the morning, your daily cup of coffee is making you less productive. If you are able to stick to just one cup of coffee and you're not just chugging it down as soon as you wake up, then maybe you have a chance, but you're not that person. You're not that guy, bro. You are probably slamming like 2 cans of Monster every morning, or let me take that back, 2 cups of coffee every morning, just so you can be more productive, just so, because you are not getting the proper sleep that you need. You're getting like 6 hours of sleep a night, 5 hours of sleep a night, and you're slamming coffee in the morning to make up for that lack of sleep. And what you're doing is you're just running your wheels on a hamster wheel, bro. You're going to crash out eventually. Just consuming all this coffee, your tolerance will go up, your nervous system's gonna be out of order, and you just won't be able to function. Just take it from me, I've been there. I've stopped drinking coffee a week ago. I don't drink any coffee anymore because I realized how much it was screwing up my system. Just give it up for a day. I know you're not going to, but just think about giving it up. Another thing you could do is to reduce your inputs, because I could imagine that you are watching this. If you're watching this on your phone, you're already scrolling through your phone trying to look for the next video to watch. Why are you doing that? Why are you distracting yourself? You're not even listening to what I'm saying consciously, and you're also distracted because you can't even choose what video you want to watch next. Or if you're watching this on your computer, you probably have like 20 different Chrome tabs open. Why do you need to be taking care of all these Chrome tabs? You're not even going to use any of them the rest of the day, the rest of the night. The thing is that even though like you might think it's insignificant, you might think that, well, what's the point if I have 20 Chrome tabs open, or what's the point if I'm scrolling looking for my next video? Like, I can focus on your voice still. The problem is that you are inputting so much extra information that your brain needs to keep up with, that you just end up being overstimulated and you can't even be productive in the first place. Because imagine you're trying to do some work, you're trying to write an essay, and your notification starts blowing up. You keep getting messages every 5 minutes. How are you going to stay focused if you have all these other inputs coming in while you're trying to be getting work done? Or you're trying to write your essay and you have like 10 other tabs open. Your brain needs to keep tabs on every single tab that you have open, even though like you might not think this, but your brain also has 10 tabs open. Imagine how much RAM you're consuming in your brain by doing that. Chrome is obnoxious when it comes to taking up RAM, hoarding RAM. That's why I don't really like using Chrome anymore, because of how much RAM it uses. But you're doing the same thing with your brain by having all these hundreds of tabs open, trying to keep up with whatever it is you're keeping up with, So reduce the inputs. If you can get yourself to just focus on one thing at one time, that is the ideal, because then your brain can focus all of its energy into one thing rather than splitting brain power into like multiple different sections. And then the other thing you could do is to regulate your breath, because I want you to take a moment and analyze the way you're breathing right now. You probably breathe like you got anxiety. Like a lot of people have anxiety without A lot of people don't even have anxiety, but they give themselves anxiety because they breathe like they have anxiety. You know, hyperventilating. When you are breathing like that, when you are just hyperventilating, you're taking all these shallow breaths, you are not getting the proper oxygen that your brain needs, and it ends up stressing you out even further. So if you can start breathing more deeply, that is the only way to make yourself less stressed out. What you can do right now is literally inhale for 4 seconds and then exhale for 8 seconds, and do that for about 2 minutes straight. It's gonna relax your vagus nerve and it's gonna make you feel less stressed out. It's gonna calm down your nervous system. You literally do this as I continue speaking on video, and by the end of the video you're gonna be really relaxed, right? So just do that right now. I know you're not going to, but just do it anyways. And then the last thing you can do, of course, is just become human again. You're not a machine, you're not a robot. So why do you keep trying to jam in 16-hour workdays into your 8-day schedule? You might think that, oh, the entrepreneur who's working 12 hours a day is the most productive, the one who reads 2 hours, the one who works out for 2 hours, the one who does deep work for 8 hours straight, the one who only eats once a day at the end of the day is the most productive, when truthfully you're not built like that. You are a human being. You are not a robot. You are literally a biological organism, one that has needs, one that doesn't actually does 8 hours of deep work a day, which even if you can, you might actually be better off working a good 4 to 6 hours of straight deep work each day, and then you just spend the rest of your day actually living like a normal human being, working out, socializing, going to the gym, walking, doing stuff that resets your nervous system so that you can go back to work the next day. You can go back to work later that night if needed, rather than spending 12 hours straight just working and trying to cram yourself into being more productive, which does not work. Don't try listening to all these people that tell you that working 12 hours a day on your business is the only way for you to be productive. And it might feel like that since you are a solo entrepreneur, since you have to handle every single responsibility in the business, since you can't outsource it to somebody else. But that's the problem. They will make you feel like you are weak for doing so. You are not weak. And you don't have a productivity problem. You just have your nervous system out of order. Grinding harder isn't a flex. Being healthy is. Being in a state where you actually enjoy your life because your health is good, your wealth is good, your relationships are good, that is a flex. Not seeing who can work the hardest in the most amount of hours in the day. You can keep working yourself to death. You can do that if you want to achieve burnout, but what do you achieve when you achieve that? Is burnout success to you? Or is better health success to you? And if you're done running on fumes, if you want to be productive again, if you want to reset, go ahead, join Project Human. It's a community I've created for burnt out entrepreneurs to start taking control of their productivity again. You'll get access to my full burnout system, you get access to weekly coaching calls, and you'll get access to tools that'll help you build your mind and body and your performance from the ground up, without any more productivity hacks and stuff. So click the link below. Let's stop grinding and let's start building.